Even in the face of economic uncertainty, couples around the world are still investing in unforgettable celebrations. Just, of course, ask Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, whose engagement has everyone talking this week. At the center of this global love story is The Knot. And join us now to break down the 2025 Global Wedding Report, share key trends, and other tips for couples set to be wed is Raina Moskowitz, CEO at The Knot Worldwide. Thanks for being here. Great to have you, Raina.
Thanks so much for having me. Excited to be here.
Let's start with a bit of a quick overview of the Knot Worldwide and what you define your overall mission as.
Yeah. We help to empower couples around the world to celebrate life's most meaningful moments. So we have a number of different brands in 16 different countries. Primarily, we help enable weddings through our global platform and also other life's moments. We help expected parents as well as other celebrations around the world with our brands, the Bash and the Bump. But really, weddings are in the spotlight for sure.
Talk to me more about the Global Wedding Report. We love reports here on Wall Street. They're fascinating surveys. They give us a lot more information about what's happening under the surface. I'm sure yours is no different. Any top takeaways or even surprises from this year's report?
Yeah, so we love data as well. We think it's really important to, given our scale, as we think about what's ahead for the wedding industry and also how we help our over 900,000 wedding professionals on our platform grow and scale their business. So this is a big report. Over 33,000 newlyweds in 8 countries respond. And what we're seeing is that weddings are resilient. So of course there is, a lot of noise, macro pressures, tariffs, but what we see is that couples believe that celebrating and investing in a wedding is more important than ever before. And really prioritizing the joy, bringing together friends and family. Couples are looking forward to the big day more than anything else in the year ahead. And in terms of what I'm excited about and perhaps even surprised by is really around Gen Z and their appetite and excitement about getting married or seeing a wedding in their future. So this is something that I am really excited by and looking forward to continuing to serve Gen Z incredibly well as they dream about their big day and as they get into planning it.
We're still in a high interest rate environment. People are still looking to pull back on some discretionary spending when and where they can. Is there any evidence, I wonder, of couples who want to still have a really special, once in a lifetime day themselves and their families, and maybe they're doing it in a bit of a way that's a little more cost conscious given all of the macroeconomic uncertainty?
Yeah, so there are a number of ways that couples approach this. We have a tool called the Not Budget Advisor, which we launched earlier this year that has been incredibly popular with couples, and it helps you really plan and prioritize your budget. We've got budget data, and what we see is first, there's a wide range in budgets. A lot of it depends on your geography, so that's one factor. But ways couple navigate, so first, guest count matters. So that is one way that you can think about your budget and how to maximize it. What we are seeing though in our report is that budgets overall, as well as guest count, are staying steady. So again, couples are choosing to prioritize their investment in the big day and their wedding, even in the face of economic uncertainty. So that definitely stands out. But we can see couples do things like plan early. The earlier you plan, the more options you have. Also, our wedding pros are incredible. And if you can share your vision and our pros can help find ways to bring it to life in ways that meet your budgets. So we see couples getting creative, but they are not compromising.
Couples meeting today compared to past years. I just anecdotally, I look around at my friends from college. It's like, well, that's a notable shift.
Yeah.
Obviously, then I'd imagine how my mother and her friends all met their significant others.
Yeah, so in the US and the UK, couples are meeting on dating apps. So perhaps as no surprise, but that is the primary way that couples are meeting. In Europe and Latin America, mutual friends are the most popular way that couples are meeting. And in India, 1 in 4 marriages are arranged. So really depends around the world. But in the US and UK, dating apps are the primary way that people are meeting today.
Top destination wedding locations. Again, anecdotally, I feel like I'm getting there. There's a lot of destination weddings. I'm getting a lot of those invites again. It feels like we kind of put a pause on that for a while, and then after the pandemic, maybe part of the broader revenge travel theme that we've covered across the economy. But at least to me, it seems like destination weddings are back. But what are you seeing in the data?
Yeah, from our data, about 18% of weddings are destination weddings, which means that you're not getting married where you live or in your hometown. And so, for couples in the US, the most popular places to have destination weddings are in Mexico or Italy. And certainly in the summer, weddings in Italy are quite popular. But we do see that trend, but only about 18% are destination.
Yeah. How about any other big surprises in the data? And I'm interested too in any other generational shifts.
Yeah.
I'm millennial. I'm about to be 38 years old. I'd imagine the approach for someone my age is different than someone a bit older and someone a bit younger.
Yeah, so what we are seeing, so Gen Z is having bigger weddings than millennials. So this is something that surprised me. Again, I'm so excited about the enthusiasm and engagement we see from Gen Z. About 1 in 3 users on The Knot is currently Gen Z. And so they are entering their primary years where they'll become our core customer, but they're having bigger weddings and they're embracing traditions even more than millennials. So a cake cut or a bouquet toss. So they're really embracing, perhaps it's nostalgia themed, but they are really embracing traditions, having even bigger weddings, and they care deeply about the guest experience, even over consumer goods. So they really care about their guests having a great time. And I think that's the rebound we're seeing around people craving connection. And weddings are just an incredible moment. Like, there aren't many other moments in your life where you're bringing all of your friends, all of your family together. So they care deeply about guests and making sure that they have fun. And they care that their wedding is unique and personalized. So the other big trend that we're seeing is that cookie cutter weddings are out, personalization is in. So couples don't want their wedding to feel like every other wedding that their friends went to. And so finding ways to add personalized touches is something that is jumping on the list of priorities.
I really got to get your perspective here on the big news making item of the week. And here on Wall Street, there is such a thing called the Taylor Swift trade. There are certain
Yes.
stocks that have been popping up. Signet Jewelers, one of them, Ralph Lauren, another, the last day or so, since the big announcement there with Travis Kelsey. What does that mean kind of more broadly to the knot, the industry, and you talk about these generational trends? I got to imagine you got a lot of big Taylor Swift fans out there, maybe Travis Kelsey fans too, and they're saying, wait a minute, maybe that's not what I want.
Absolutely. So first, Swiftonomics are real. So love that you've got indicators for that. We are going to see more interest in following their engagement and planning process than really any other wedding, I think, since the royal wedding. And so we are very excited. The entire team was ecstatic yesterday. Work stopped for a bit. So, meetings were interrupted to celebrate. We have so many fans. So the team just couldn't be more excited. It's really all we're talking about right now. So what it means is it's going to shift trends in a big way. So of course, the Ralph Lauren dress she wore sold out right away. So it's going to inspire rings. It's going to inspire florals. It's going to inspire aesthetics for wedding invitations, for wedding websites. So really, we think it's going to take over in a meaningful way. Of course, personalization still matters, but we do think it's going to be something that everyone's watching that's going to inspire a lot of the aesthetics and vibes of weddings coming up. And yeah, we've got fans, Travis fans, Taylor fans, and so, we're here for it all. We also are going to work again with our wedding pros to make sure that they are ready for the demand that it's going to create, to make sure that they can find ways to take that inspiration and bring it to life in the work that they do. So we're already seeing so much excitement from the wedding pro industry as well. This is going to be a very, very meaningful moment and planning season to follow.
Absolutely. Well, really grateful for your time. Congratulations on all the success. Raina Moskowitz is the CEO at the Knot Worldwide. Very cool. Very cool insights, very cool survey, and appreciate your perspective on some big news of week as well. Raina, thank you.
Thank you. We're excited to be part of it.